Hey Castles, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sassy Cass, and if you're new, welcome. If you're not new, welcome back. Look, so cool, right? I got like a little backdrop happening here. This is my gallery wall in the kitchen. This is my seating area. I thrifted this table for $200 from a family friend at the citywide garage sales. Feeling pretty awesome about it. I hung the shelf by myself, bitch. If you're a man out there and you want to fucking catch my eye, you're gonna have to do a lot more than be able to hang a shelf, baby cakes, okay? So, note to self. Why are we here today? We're gonna talk about the things they don't tell you about making money on OnlyFans. Things I've learned in my own time. I want to touch on a few things. Eventually, I'm sure the longer that I stay within it, I will have other things to say and we'll have to update this video. But number one, you're not gonna make a lot of money fast unless you have a following already. This is probably my biggest regret. My biggest, I don't know even, besides regret, I don't know what other word I would use. I feel like I cheated myself in a sense. Granted, I knew what I was doing when I made the page, correct? I have no regrets about making the page itself. I have regrets on when I made my page. I started my page in November 2020. I was mainly doing it to protect myself in case somebody decided that they wanted to share my nudes somewhere. Now thinking back, who cares? Like, your nudes may or may not end up on the internet for free somewhere. I guess I wasn't worried about that. The person that I started my page with was a friend, and she didn't want to start it alone, and I felt like I was already sharing my nudie pics, and the way she leveraged it to me, that it was a safe place because the platform will litigate for you if people steal your stuff, which I believe is true if I'm not mistaken. I have to double check if that's true or not. I was like, I guess I'm already creating these, types of content. I might as well have a safe place for everybody to go versus me trying to keep up with everybody that's trying to have me send them naughty pictures. I didn't really have much of a following. I was a live streamer on a live streaming app where I still currently broadcast. It's called Bigo Live. You can search for me on there, Sassy Cass. I broadcast there daily. Would love to have you join me. It's free to download on your phone in the Google and the App Store. So, short little plug there. The time in which I had created it, I didn't have a lot of fans. I was essentially nobody kind of on this live streaming app. I just reached 100,000 fans on there. And of those 100,000 fans, you may have a solid, let's be real, 100, 200 of those people actually following you and keeping up with you on a daily basis as you stream. Of course, you're going to create, the longer you're on there, the more consistent you're on there, the more fans you're going to, attract. That's just how it is with any platform. The consistency. Your fans are going to know when you're on. If you're on there at the same time, similar times a day, that's when they're going to be on. They're going to come find you if that's what they want to consume. So I'm pretty much nobody on this app, and I'm creating it to sell it to, I only was getting like 10, 15 people to subscribe. Let me tell you, I only have about 40 people subscribed to my page right now. I want to be able to show kind of where I'm at on my page, up front, and show you kind of what I'm working with, because this is real. I want to be able to look back on this and be like, wow, I was able to grow from only having 40 fans on my OnlyFans to 40,000 fans, I want to have this diary/journal space in order to reflect on someday. So when I first started, I really only had maybe 10 people subscribe. And that was hard to earn. And my friend who was doing this was gaining traction on the internet, mainly through TikTok. It's a great way. If you have a job or any sort of business at all and you're not advertising through TikTok, I don't know what the hell you're doing, So I think at the time she was advertising herself on this website, getting insane amounts of followers. I was watching my friend go from, 50 followers on her OnlyFans up to 1,000 at one point. I was mind blown. She was making $10,000 a month just in subscriptions, not even counting the tips that she was making. And I was on the other side of the spectrum where I had only earned 10 fans and I was struggling to get to 20 and 25. I'm only at 40, and these 40 have been consistent, right? These 40 have been people that have resubscribed and had their rebill on, or fans that have subscribed multiple times that will sometimes take a month or two off. I don't pay for other subscriptions on there, but I have spoken to a lot of the people that do use the app, and they say that they can't subscribe to all the girls that they want to every month all the time. Otherwise, they would be spending all of their money on the spicy sites. They do want to support the women in which they subscribe to. So I think that sometimes when they don't subscribe for a couple of months, it allows them to have content built up to look at once they come back. And that comes like I guess another segue into this. Like, it's so inconsistent. Do not think that you are going to have consistency, because that has not been my case. I have 40 fans currently on my page. We can look and see at my statement. I'm pretty sure the last time I looked, my statement showed that in my all-time usage of the app in the 3 years, I have just as many subscriptions as I do to tips. So the tips have played a big portion in my earnings on the app, but they're not consistent. People aren't going to pay for your page every month. Some people will. That's why finding a price point that's right for you is essential. We have been doing that for my page for what? Since September of 2022, we've been trying to find a sweet spot. I've tried it at $15. I've tried it at like $5. I even went free for a little while. I was doing paid previews. I was trying to find the sweet spot, thinking, okay, if I make my page free, people are going to pay more to see the extra stuff on my page. That did not work for me. I went and changed my subscription to $5, but I felt like I was still doing I wasn't putting enough out onto the page and still making people pay for quite a bit in the pay-per-views. I don't want to do that. I have a lot of stuff I want it to be seen. If I'm doing it, I want people to enjoy it. So I decided, okay, we're gonna up the price and we're just gonna include it in on there. If people want to do customs, they're gonna have to pay a little bit extra than they typically would. I think I'm at the point in my journey on there that I'm not willing to just do anything for anything. You know? For example, another segue. Your fans are gonna annoy the shit out of you. I don't care what anybody says. I love my fans. I love you guys to pieces. But there are the ones that are just so needy, but don't want to invest any time into you at all. Like, they just want to jack off and get the hell out, which is fine, but don't be annoying about it. So there's a guy. We'll call him Fashion Show Man, because this fucking man, the first time I ever did a private show for this person, this man's like, do you have anything better to wear? First of all, I was at the beginning of my spicy girl stage. I had not really any lingerie, and I went off on him. Like, excuse me, I am not made of money. If you're gonna buy me lingerie, that is fucking fine. But up until then, peace punch Captain Crunch, baby, because I am not here. I'm not here for that. So I didn't do a private with this man forever. The next time I do a private with him, I have my spicy girl vibe going on. Okay, I'm doing my thing. I'm able to provide more of a fashion show for the man, so to speak. The first time we do a private, I don't realize, but he has me changing my clothes. I'm getting annoyed because here I am putting on different outfits. You only paid for 5 minutes and it's $10 a minute, baby. And at this time, I don't think I was charging a minimum. I started doing a minimum. So again, I'm at this point in my journey where if you're not willing to spend a minimum amount of time or minimum amount of money with me, I don't care if you want to be there that long. This is how much you're going to pay. If you're not willing, then bye. Fashion Show Man wants to fashion show me up and down the street, but Fashion Show Man doesn't want to come hang out in a broadcast and invest a little emotional time. I would be happy to fashion show it for a fan that has spent time and energy in my broadcast. I don't know, be a little active in my Discord maybe. It really doesn't take a lot to get a little bit of special treatment from me, because not a lot of people treat me special, so I don't treat a lot of people special. So if you treat me special, I'm gonna treat you special. It is what it is. Don't be annoying and you won't have to pay more, you know? Oh, and that's where my FinDom fucking vibes are coming. Ah, I'm growing up. I haven't done FinDom, so it's just oof, girl, you're learning how to bully them for a little bit of money. And I don't bully people. I really don't. There's people on the internet that want you to send their 401k. I am not that girl. If you do want to, I will not say no. Just don't tell me that's what you did, because my morals will start having a panic attack and I'll want to give you your 401k back because you need it, because that's what, but I also need one. So it's don't make me make that choice. But I'm not asking for your fucking you know, don't empty your 401k on me. I'm okay with, you know, budget me into the budget. How does Sassy Cass budget? Sassy Cass fun. Start door dashing for me. I don't give a shit. Walk a dog on Wagger Rover. I don't really care. But people, they come and they go. But there always is gonna be those annoying ones that wanted you to do the most for the least. And don't fucking get caught up in it, baby. Don't get caught up in it. I'm better than this. I'm better than this. We're all better than this. I enjoy being on the website. I don't want you to think that I don't enjoy being there, because I feel like part of the tone is like, somebody has to be honest with you about what it is. You're not gonna make a lot of money really fast. Like, we can show my first fucking few months on here, like, this is what I made the first few months on there versus what I'm making the last few months. Like, it's not insane. You have to have a fucking large following to make a large amount of money quickly. If you don't have that, then I think that that's another point we can touch on. Making sure that you know what you're doing before you do it. Make sure you know. I know some of you are young girls are gonna wanna get onto this website and fucking try and make a lot of money. Like, it's sexually liberating to be on this website. I have felt it. I have slowly grown. When I got on the website, I wasn't showing my bits and pieces. I wasn't fiddling my biscuit on there. I was just doing like sexy photo shoots, some titty action, and like some sensual dances. Like, I wasn't showing no below the belt. And I stayed true to that until last year in September of 2022. I decided I was gonna kind of venture more. My fans expressed that they were gonna pay extra to see me do that type of stuff. So I found it within me, made sure that I wasn't gonna be ashamed of myself if people back from my hometown where I currently live, if they were gonna find out. They are finding out, they do know. Some people have even subscribed. So hello, if that's one of you, thank you. But I wanted to make sure I knew what I was doing. I wasn't gonna be ashamed of myself. I'm a consenting adult. I am a 31-year-old woman. I am beautiful, I am smart, I am not just a sex item. I am much more than that. So make sure you know what you're doing, because it's you can't go back. That's why I don't do boy-girl stuff right now, because I know once I break over into that threshold of doing boy-girl stuff, I am a porn star. I have to pursue those types of content creation things. Who am I fucking around here? I don't have a big enough following to get, I don't think anyways, to get collabs with larger other male people. So but that doesn't mean you can't. I'm sure that you can. I'm sure that's totally a thing somewhere in the universe. But I'm not ready for that. I don't want to do that. I have made that known to myself, to my team. We all know that that's not what I'm ready for, and that's okay. You can get on the goddamn website and freaking bake cookies in your underwear for all we give a shit. I've watched videos and done research, and I've talked to people that have pages, and like different things have worked for other people. And so just find out what your thing is and kind of work with it. Do it, work it. So have a good day. Thanks for listening to me. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you understand where I'm coming from. I really just want you to be knowledgeable in what you're doing, because you can't go back once you start going in. You know what I mean? It's one of those types of things. So be safe. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Later.